Absolutely.
I miss the days of you burrowing underneath the table.
I don't.
Am I hot?
Yeah.
Welcome to Vampires and Vitae. Thank you so much for joining us. This is going to be a very interesting episode. We normally kick it off to a recap, but we do not have a Tyler. By the way, Tyler, we miss you very much. Thank you so much for helping us build this game that we're all enjoying. But so what we're going to start off with is a little bit of characters. So we'll start with Roger, who you playing at my table today.
All right. Today I am Bogey instead of Leo. Bogey is a Nosferatu. He is very old, 7th generation, born somewhere around 900 AD. They didn't really keep records back then, so we don't know exactly.
He is an old Viking.
He is an old Viking, and he was turned way back when, and it corrupted most of his body. His face isn't really hideous,
So
except his mouth has the really sharp teeth, not just fangs. And when he sort of has that Joker-esque smile, so keeps like a hood or a hat or a cowl or something covering his face, keeping it in the shadows for the most part.
I love it. I also love the little ideas of just like, I know they're not fangs, but just that primal aspect of it. That's what changed in you. That's very cool. All right, Melinda, give us a little bit of background about who you're playing at my table today.
Yeah, sorry, microphone adjustments. Okay, that should be good. So I'm playing Militissa. She was turned in the early 1300s, the night, actually, that the King of France and the Pope agreed that it was time for the Knights Templar to think about a different vocation. And they ordered the mass and sweeping execution of the Knights Templar. She was part of the Order of St. Mary's, which is like an offshoot of the Knights Templar. They were warriors, and she... and Militissa is a rank. It's not a name.
Sure.
But her name is pretty much lost to time at this point. She can't even remember what
She's
it
just
is.
adopted the monocle.
Yeah, so that's why she's Militissa.
Dear James Bond, down the ages.
Yeah, and
It's kind of the same as Bogey.
Yeah, she very much lives by the fourth
Principle.
vow. That's what the word is. The fourth vow, which basically says that she would put her own life on the line before she would allow someone to lose faith. So with that as her kind of credence in her life and unlife, it's kind of made her a pseudo kind of leader of this group of four.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, Sean, give us a little bit about who you're playing at my table today.
All right, I'm Kai. Nosferatu came in around the 1600s. Was previously a Ronin samurai. There's more to his story in regards to how he changed. But I guess I'll get there.
Yeah, most
And then,
definitely. We'll. I got a shovel, man. As far as you want to deep, if you want to dig, we can go.
Yeah. So in 1600s he was turned, and then from that point on he became a mercenary slash assassin.
Sure.
He's huge. Still wears traditional samurai garb and wields two modernized samurai swords.
Sure.
His facial, we've found to see that when his mask is not on, his face is pretty messed up.
Which I think is awesome, because if you were one of the very first samurai, and they all adopted that, like, they're adopting your face throughout being one of the very first Ronin. I mean, that's really cool.
So he ends up having that face with the tusks and the crazy.
Yeah.
It's not like, it's just more of a deformity than it is.
Sure. Sure. I mean, but they've seen you in battles, so that they picked up, that's powerful. So they adopted that so everyone else has adopted a moniker. You actually had your moniker adopted.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Very cool. We don't have Margie right this moment. She will be joining us probably within the last half of the episode. Hope you're enjoying that concert. Rock on, girl. That is kind of perfect for when it comes down to this group of people. Yes, I mean, she's having a good time, which is also very character specific, because you guys are part of punk rock kind of ideals. So if she's at a concert, that is perfectly fine. We'll see you probably at the end of the episode. All right. Instead of doing a recap, I'm just going to give it from a person's perspective. Today is going to be from Bogey's. As you punch in, the rest of you guys seeing a almost burnt orange cloud around this horrible, what you're probably guessing is Tremere. The screech of the rats. It was like the sound of their screaming was bad, but to see him crush all those organs in his hands, the silence is worse. Because at least they were tortured and alive at this point. Who knows what that charge that got dislodged by Tissa's very good timed hit in the back of the head. Who knows what he could have pulled off. Bogey, you've been able to access very little blood, but you decide to put it into the Wrath of Cain?
Fist of Cain.
Yeah, Fist of Cain. And it did hit a little shockwave. Boom. But you do hear still a...
This is the worst noise.
coming
So bad.
from the donut room that you're in. It is tropical in nature. You have the feeling of just heavy weight of a tropical area. I don't know if you guys have ever trucked through like marshes or whatnot. It's just you get heavier and heavier as your clothes get like more and more saturated with that humidity. It's every slog and that sound of as you're walking through any kind of path. You feel the undergrowth. You're in the Statue of Liberty. You've been stuck for who knows how long, finally being able to break out. Your friends are around. You don't have your equipment. That sound is coming around the donut. You take a last look down, realize that I could probably finish this, but do I really want, how much blood do I have left? You know that there's a chopper waiting for you upstairs. Turn your back. Your friends have trusted you to deal with that threat. You don't feel like he's going to stand back up. He's still grasping for breath, trying to maybe enact a spell. You know a little bit about the Tremere. Takes them a little while to do anything they want to do. You feel like you can get out of this hallway. You turn to see the silhouette. Elise is hiding behind Kai. That sound is coming up. Actually, no, Elise is not. Elise is actually picking up Tissa, getting the group back to strength. She does fade back behind you, though, Kai, because she's the powerful one when it comes to mental acuity. She was able to stop that first original blunt of you guys, of that sound of the wings. Hulking creature starts to cross around the corner of the donut. As you're walking towards your group, scene is yours. You want to set up anything, talk, anything like that?
I think we're headed towards the stairs to keep
Yep,
going
it
up
just
at this
goes
point.
around, but you will face this particular creature first.
So we gotta fight a thing.
Yeah, you got to fight a thing.
Okay, got it.
Monstrosity, if you will.
Okay.
Yeah, Sean still doesn't know what this thing is.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
They're
We know what
horrible.
it is, but our characters don't.
Yeah, they are. They're disgusting, actually. Okay, so
They are normal beasts, just like war donkeys.
Sure.
I mean,
sure.
Donkeys.
Okay, so hi, Bogey, Elise.
yeah, you see Elise like pokes her head out around.
Needless to say, our happy reunion will come later.
Right.
First, we have to
Big puff of the cigar.
Yeah, first we have to figure out what's going on. We have to figure out who Catherine is and why she's in a chopper and why she's apparently breaking us out of here. But immediately, we got to deal with that.
You can hear the only thing other than that hum, and it has taken 2 dice pool from the two of you, right? The last time, the only one that passed was Elise, and you were fighting the other one. So you do have a 2 negative dice pool to any roll that you have currently.
Got it, okay.
It's the beating of the wings, and as it crests, it doesn't get more intense. It's just like watching the center of your horror like get through the door.
Sure. So my makeshift staff that I have, I'm going to do wonderfully aggressive movements and attack the thing.
As it like crests over.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
I want to say I want to swing at it like a baseball bat, but that is not what a battle-hardened.
So,
I only have one weapon left because I just
you,
the other.
well, you know what? You just made it into a brass knuckle. So I mean, you got a knuckle
One
duster.
I have the full bone.
Yeah,
saw.
yeah,
That
and
was
then-
the one that he was holding.
Yep.
And I punched him with the other one, so the blade bent back.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So you do have a fist like pretty much with crushed steel around it. Like I think about like a baseball bat when you wrap the barbed wire. It's kind of like the idea that I got for it.
Got a Lucille fist.
Yeah, right. Yeah, you see Tissa charge. This is very I'm gonna guess very Tissa-ish. Like going first, I imagine Kai right behind. Like like you one of the reasons you respect Tissa leading the group is she's action first, right? You see the nose come around and you hear the sound of the chains dragging behind it. It hits some roots and clunk. It's not that metal on metal. It's the chains themselves that like clink together.
Right.
You see this horrible mask of turn and the eyes flare red, even though they're boxed into like a racing horse's blinders.
Right.
It actually makes that internal light. There is a light in those eyes glow around the face.
Okay, no problem. I will flash my fangs. And
If a bug could laugh.
well, no, stop it. It was terrifying. Obviously. It was clearly terrifying.
Yeah. You have overextended fangs too, so
Yeah,
I mean,
have,
like, yeah,
like they're big. They're long.
it'd be like a predator facing off against a predator.
Yeah. And I would like to activate toughness, which I believe just makes me a little bit beefier.
Yep.
And I'm going to take
When
a-
you get toughness, is it like a leathering of the skin? Is it like
knew you
a
were
beefing
gonna
up
ask me
of
that
muscles? No. You paint. I don't need a book.
You're asking me the question like I know it off the top of my head.
I just want the candy, not the question.
Yeah, unseen passage, uncanny grip. So these are all your cards, Sean. There you go.
Do you need the book?
I do, yes. Just for a quick second. Do-do-do-do. Fortitude, toughness. Sorry.
You know, Kai, I don't think we're ever going to get any type of a stealth with Militissa smoking fucking cigars all the time.
They're nice. They're like black and
Blown our
milds, man.
cover so many times. With
But
that.
think pipe tobacco smoke.
Yeah, but it still obliterates the stuff.
Yeah.
Just a nice warm feeling goes over the party.
Point of me being
All right.
invisible.
So, all vampires with this power exhibit the innate ability to ignore damage that would otherwise inconvenience and even disable others of their kind. While this power alone gives no protection against banes and other aggravated damage, the protection it confers adds up in the long run. So it is a rouse check. But you subtract the fortitude of this of the defender from all superficial damage sustained. This occurs before having the damage and cannot be reduced below 1.
Okay, great.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it sure does.
Okay.
But like, what does it look like when you activate this? Like, is it like your skin becomes like a old
I-
like gnarled tree? Is there any kind of visual
Since she's not like in her usual
garb?
nun-esque garb, I would imagine it's just like when you see the super buff dudes at the gym take their pre-workout. And they
Let's
just,
do this.
Yeah, and they just get like super veiny.
Yeah, right. There we go. That's cool. That's cool.
It's just like veins.
As the veins, you actually anyone looking at this, like they see the tropical setting. There's a good a visualization of like the vines that cover the walls, like match the vines that are coming down into your chest region and top shoulders, poking out from your skivvies.
Yeah, just let me give me
Still
my
covered in
rouse
that
check.
nasty goo too.
Oh yeah, gross.
60,000 IU B12.
Got a 1. As you're hulking out, you go back to Naratu, fucking run. Hands go back, and Kai go, "Oh no, that's not good." All right, because she's just lost all principle of safety, and as our leader, This is a one that's particularly bad for you. Thankfully, you do have Kai on your heels, and you've seen this happen before. You understand it. It's not even a point of like.
Are they running back towards me?
No,
Against
they
this
left
thing?
you behind. They trust you enough to have taken care of this guy,
Okay.
so they're like going towards his
Okay,
fate.
so this thing was coming the other direction
Yeah,
from
yeah.
where I was.
Yeah, and in fact, Buggy, why don't you give me a very quick wits and awareness roll to see if you see a Naratu run?
Who can miss a Nuratu run?
And at the same time, you can give me
Can I
a.
just be a jerk for 2 seconds?
Yeah.
Naruto.
Yeah, right. I
Yeah,
know. I've
sorry.
always said it. I've always said it wrong.
No, please
Believe
do.
it.
And he
Believe
wasn't
it.
the first one to do the
I'm a
running
huge fan of
himself.
the series. I just
I
say
know.
it wrong.
Right.
Hell.
I say it wrong.
We'll forever say it wrong.
Okay.
I'm a huge fan.
Yeah, we're
I
good.
mean, like,
Yeah.
There's 3.
I mean, Maverick watched it the other day.
4. Yeah. You've seen Tissa fly off the handle before. In fact, you've. You all know that this is when the thing that's put together the most like loses themselves. You can understand. You guys are all drained of blood. You've been in this thing. You're finally getting a chance to do something about it. That's what happens right in your brain, Tissa. Just like fuck this thing.
Absolutely.
You have a 2-point dice penalty. You'll regain 1 for an attack. You'll lose 1 from defense because you're not trying to guard yourself right now.
Okay.
There's no humans around right this second, so you don't have to worry about that fallout aspect of it.
Okay.
Make me what do you have? You have pretty much a finesse weapon, dexterity, and brawl. And you can follow this up, understanding that. So she's going to let herself get hit. You know what I mean? Like,
Does it have to happen?
yeah. Well,
Yeah.
no, it doesn't.
And I'm taking 2 dice out,
You're taking,
or just 1?
for attack, you're going to have a dice penalty of 1. For defense, though, you're going to have a dice penalty of 3.
Damn. Okay. All right. Hang on. Let me get my little dice thing. Okay. So that's 2 successes. Hang on.
I got 3.
That is 3.
Yep, you match. As like you click down, obviously this armor. What you do, you come down to the cages on the like chest region of this flying insect, and it takes the kink and like it's like a pinata that doesn't have a string, right? When you hit it and it actually can support itself, it goes. If that anger has ever been finely personified, the first one you encountered, they're docile by nature. Those red eyes, though, focus directly. It's going to try to make a little scratch from underneath. It raises itself up. You can hear that chain rattle as it brings its head up, and the little arms underneath a wasp is going to try to scratch you, probably try to hold you. Let's see what it is. You're going to be rolling your dexterity and melee to try to fight off an attack from this.
With a dice penalty of 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Sean, these are like 3 or 4 foot long
2.
wasps.
Oh,
Ooh,
yep.
you only got to beat
Careful.
1. I rolled bad.
Hence your -2.
I got 2.
You beat it. As it comes in, just make me as it strikes down on you, there's only a scratch. There's no damage attached to that, but it will give you a chance to make a composure roll after Kai is going to do whatever Kai is going to try to do.
Okay, so I have composure standing by.
Yep.
Okay. Excuse me.
Just trying to get out of your dice penalties is what that composure roll will be
Yeah,
doing.
absolutely.
All right. So I'd like to try and do this soaring leap.
Yeah, most definitely. It's a big donut. Like it's like hanging ferns
gives me
and
room to, like,
vines.
kinda
Yeah,
go up.
exactly. You have a clearance to be able to arc into something.
Yeah. So I'd like to soaring leap into the wasp.
Into the wasp, but you're trying to like
So
onto it,
I want
like
to use like I have. So I want to.
yeah. You got the shredder like
I'd like
thing
to
going
try
on.
to get onto its head and like come from the side and like maybe take some damage at the face or the head.
Hell yeah! But you want to land on it, right?
Yes, yeah.
Very very cool. We'll do dexterity and so you're. That's a hard question because you do have it Athletics. Okay, so we'll make 2 rolls. Athletics and dexterity for the leap to see if you land on it, and then we'll do a secondary. That one won't have any dice penalties, but the attack will.
And what's the number I'm looking for?
6s. It's always going to be 6 unless I say something different.
And 0 is reroll, right?
Yep.
Yep.
And everything else below a 6 is a no, right?
Yep.
That's right.
Shit.
You're not looking, I mean, like, it does move. I don't know. What's the
Yeah,
dexterity? 1.
So you rolled a 10 and then a 7? Is that what happened?
No, it was a 10 and then I rolled a 7.
Okay, so you got 2.
Oh, good.
Oh,
That's
the
what
10
you
counts.
needed.
Yeah.
The 10
Oh,
counts.
yeah, 10 totally
It
counts.
explodes. In fact, if you roll a 10 and then a 10 and a 10 and a 10,
Yeah.
that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5
Got it.
successes. It just keeps on exploding until it stops
Then
exploding.
I got 2, yes.
Yeah, all right, awesome. That's what you were looking for because it just got kind of careened off from your attack. As it like resituates itself, you are in the process of like you feel like you're going to pounce on this thing. Let's make the attack roll now. That will be your strength and brawl.
Strength and brawl.
I'm saying that because it's attached to your arm, so like it's more of a punch than it is like a sword.
No, it works for me.
Yeah.
Oh,
Whoa.
so many. Three.
3 successes. All right.
Yeah.
Oh, 0. As you jump, you feel like you're going to hit. There's just one moment that you hear, on your back. She had grabbed onto, not realize. Yeah, Elise has decided that, like, all right, I'm going to stay right here. And all of a sudden, you just, like, recoiled and just jumped through the air. And she's holding back. This is actually not a odd thing for the two of you. I think when it comes to, like, true combat, you're, like, maybe on your armor itself, there could be, like, handholds for her to specifically do this. Yeah. She just wasn't fucking expecting this part of it. So, but you come down with your like serrated.
Yeah.
God, it's such a brutal weapon.
yeah.
You feel it cut in, but it, like the most of the meat is surrounded by this metal cage. Right. So you definitely have injured it, and it shakes off. It still gets us next turn though. It wasn't big enough, but it was a big ass hit.
Me off?
No, you're still on it. Like you're one of the reasons she's going because you're on a really horrible bucking bronco right this second. But it stops its wings from being able to diminish your dice roll.
Got it.
Because it has to now focus on flying, not using its effect. So that means that you don't have to worry about the dice roll. You don't have to worry about your composure roll next.
Okay.
As you come back to yourself, well, you have to composure out of the 1. So it's your own fault now that you're in, because you rolled a 1, right?
On my browse check.
Yeah, so that's the only thing you got to deal with. So
Yeah.
the 2 go away. So you get 1 for attack, -1 for defense,
Okay.
but a +1 to attack.
Okay.
Yep. All right. It will try to kick you off, Sean. No, sorry. Bogey, you're running up.
Got something for you.
I have thoughts and plans and things. Give you a lighter.
Somewhere.
Okay.
Yeah, so coming around the donut, as you say, or the torus.
That works.
So I see my friends attacking and being attacked by this giant fucking horrible wasp.
I mean, actually, the visual you got is you have your giant friend on top of the floating thing. The guy's trying to keep up, and I think at this point, Elise would have just gone into full cowboy mode. Just like, I mean, she's just. And I think that's her character, correct? I've only met her for a day, but like, yeah, she's riding the bucking bull on top of both of them.
I would charge in and with the blade that I still have, try to cut off one of the wings.
Hell yeah. If you want to specifically choose that, I'm going to bring it up to 7s instead of 6s because you're
Makes
trying
sense.
to call your shot. No problem. This would be.
Imagine
let's see.
Kai holding a wing out.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah. As you're like,
Here.
shoot her! You know what I mean? At that moment. Like, yeah, we're gonna go dexterity and melee.
All right. That's a good one.
As you come in, like with your nose, I can just see like the bone saw because we're like old school bone saw, like almost the things that you take your limbs off of trees, right? That curved thing, and you're just trying to like slide on your knees, like past it.
And I'm looking for sevens, right?
Yeah. 25 hours ago. Like the music is still just like being bombarded by whatever PA system she has.
All right, there's 4.
She seems to be a friend of the Smiths and the Ramones.
4.
4. That's enough as you come through. Let's see how much damage.
All of the
1,
damage.
2. Let's see. Already been hit.
Right.
All right. Cool. Needs 4 wings to do it. Okay. Yeah. You get off a wing.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. You can like not too much, you know, like it starts to turn. If you want to hang on to it, you're going to have to hang on to it upside down because that's now it's lost all of its rudder. So it's still airborne, but like it doesn't have any movement speed essentially. So you've crippled its movement speed. It's still airborne, but now instead of being a bucking bull onto it, you are now hanging like a rope climb that you would.
And I'm
Nice.
kind of under it.
Yeah.
At this point.
Yeah. Oh no, you've scaled, crossed it. You were like took off a wing flange. You see that little nerve ending kind of thing. Keep on going.
Ew.
Yeah, actually, it goes. Yeah, it goes to Tissa.
Gross. Oh my God. Yeah. Gross.
Yeah, it's at Tissa.
Oh,
She's grossed out. Right
yeah,
now.
right. Yeah, I think that it's now. She said it's flying upside down.
Yeah. From its perspective, like it has no way. It has no way to have forward or backwards movement.
Okay, no problem. I would
Donuts. In the donut.
pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
I would like to take the staff and try to skewer it.
Okay, so it's not like a point on the tip. So
Oh,
it's
I
not like
know.
That's right.
Bludgeon.
She's strong.
Right.
more of a.
Some
Yeah,
blunt
I have
spoon
5
action.
strength. Let me do it.
All right.
Let me do it.
It's a hollow tube,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, sure is.
Yeah,
It
so
still
it's like a
knows this
giant-
for it's even within this is still trained on you upside down now with a poor Elise like holding on to dear life on
Yeah.
the two of them. All right, go for it.
like a
That'd
giant
be
hypodermic needle.
as you try to line up the shot, that'd be dex and melee.
Why can't I use strength?
You got a plus you got a +1 to attack.
Dexterity and melee.
-1 to defense, yeah.
Sorry, I very carefully select dice. Otherwise,
Find the Tyler dice.
yeah, right.
Which she rolls Tyler's dice.
I roll. I
Oh my
roll
God,
so
it's
well.
So good.
I think Tyler hid them when he.
Well,
he,
his
was, he
last
wasn't coming
year.
back for a
Coffin's
little
right there
while,
in
yeah.
front of Sean.
Oh,
Do not open the coffin of Tyler.
you don't want me to?
Bad things may happen.
No, I don't know.
You sure? No.
Yeah, none of those feel correct today. I love you, Tyler. I won't touch your dice. Okay, so, and like you said, I have a 2 dice penalty.
No, you have a 1 dice increase.
Okay.
You have a +1.
Yeah, you just have lost your defense because you're a little bit mindless at the time.
Oh, that's right. You failed the rouse check.
All right, I sure did. All right, so no ones. This is a good start. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 successes.
Nice.
Yeah, you definitely do.
Yeah, I do.
As you skewer through, actually, there's been enough damage on this creature at this point. It's more of a support creature because if you get enough of those going, you can imagine that constant like -1, -2, -1, -2. Like they're horrible in hordes. To fight one-on-one, you guys can definitely take them. As you skewer through, tell me what it looks like. You got it. Remember, your friends are upside down on this.
They sure are, and
Oh.
that's why I skewered the long way through it, not trying to skewer it
Yeah,
to the floor.
yeah, right.
Yeah. So yeah, I would imagine that because they have like some kind of weird face mask thing on, right?
Yeah.
No, you know what? I'm gonna go right through its eyes, like right through
The
between
red
its eyes.
stare that was at you,
Yeah,
no problem.
I mean, it would make a lovely target. Let's be
Like
honest.
as you look,
And it's just gonna go straight down the body.
you do hear Elise go, "Oh fuck!" Like as you skewer through, the wings stop immediately as it falls. But like the way that you've just gutted it on top of both. Like, and a giant 7-foot man does 7'2", excuse me.
Yes.
Kai falls upon Elise. It's black ichor. It's that toxic smell of a stink bug. You know, like when you step on one.
Oh, God.
That just that.
Very familiar with the stink bug.
Yeah, just that.
Damn it.
Yeah, as it just as if a water balloon dropped on top of both Kai and
Amazing.
and
I'm gonna do like the big spinny thing of the pole that I'm holding. I'm gonna thump it on the ground and look at him. I'm gonna like, you good? We ready to go?
So now you guys got extra goo.
All right.
yeah, right, yeah. Elise is
bad.
like pushes you off, like okay, up. Up. Yeah, right. And, like, she walks over to one of the legs, like still spasming, on it, and she breaks it off. She realizes that it's black blood. It just like does her like
Fixes her eyeliner?
Yeah, she does her eyeliner across, and she's like, "All right." So
And it's
there's a
perfect
chopper.
cat's eye.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Of course
I
it
mean,
is, yeah.
it was done in the most absurd scenario perfectly well.
Yeah.
She's starting to get, she's hiked it up to a thong. She's made it. She's like, you guys worried about getting your equipment? She's already putting on hers. You know what I mean? Like, so as she fixes the eyeliner, boom. Okay, I feel better and worse at the same time. There's a copper, right? Chopper?
Yeah.
Place?
Chopper,
Yeah.
yeah. We still got to keep going up.
All right, you do have a key card. You can make me actually combined, trying to find this, where the door is. It's slightly hidden because it is in a tropical setting.
Right.
So why don't everyone can give me a wits and investigation roll.
All right.
One.
It's communal, so
Yeah.
we'll add it all up.
We're doing sixes at this point.
Yeah. Unless I say non-6.
And with the ones again, I'm just.
It just takes away success.
Oh, it takes away?
Yeah.
Yep.
I got 5.
I got one then.
7 altogether.
You know what? That's surprising. I thought you'd get higher, but it is enough to find that door. Takes you a little bit longer than you want. You can see that her music has changed. Like she played some ABBA. She's like on a holding screen. Like you can still hear gunshots coming from around. But the door finally does open. Takes you into a spiral staircase all the way up. You see a incompleted room. There are monitors here. But they're like sewed together perfectly. It's like a sphere itself. There's just one single podium in the center of this room. All white floor. In fact, when you step down, like it's shocking because you're now covered in gore and black ichor and everything. You can see your footprints that leave. Like this is maybe a clean room, maybe something anyone technically advantaged would know that this is something really fucking powerful.
Right.
You can almost hear, like you heard the sound of the buzzing before. This is the sound of electricity. This is a lot of energy is going directly into this particular spot.
But there is the spiral staircase, right?
Yep. And from here, this is not a hidden room. Obviously, it's all stark white. There is just a staircase that goes up, but you assume probably to the crown.
Off to the crown.
Just go up.
All right. As you go through, you do hear that last little zzz as you were going through. Maybe it was a camera zooming in. Maybe it was somebody paying attention. But as you leave the white room,
We don't give a fuck at this point.
Yeah. Right.
and nor do you know any of the people that will use that later, but
Right.
or have used it before. As you come up, you just see a very, very angry, large-eyed woman with a Karen haircut that doesn't actually look like a Karen. Like, she has the haircut, but like in this moment as she's holding on to a minigun, like shooting down at the ground, wearing only a bikini top, American flag, Daisy Dukes, but her skin seems to be furred, like as if she has very, very short hair, like you'd see on a chihuahua, and it's in a leopard print that goes through it. You can see the leopard print that goes straight through, almost like a toga, as you would. Some skin still showing, but mostly animal furred. If it wasn't for that, she would be drop dead gorgeous, and you can just see the.
Says she's not.
Yeah, right. Yeah, there you go. Right.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, right. As she's shooting down, you get your first
I
fun.
watched a lot of Thundercats as a kid.
Yeah, right.
Chitara.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. All of you, like you've been inside for so long, so even the moonlight is glaring as you all come out. You see New York for the first time. The smoke and the damage, the sounds of sirens in the distance, and what she's killing. All of you know, because you are this old, it's a story for most of the vampires. You're looking at twisted werewolves. You're looking at what Anna would affectionately call black polka dot dancers, but black spiral dancers, crawling up the actual Statue of Liberty itself. She's shooting them down, obviously trying to give you guys some time.
Hustle, hustle, hustle
Yeah,
to
right.
the chopper.
Yeah, right. She
Yeah.
So is the chopper landed on the crown, or do we have to climb up a ladder to get to it?
The chopper's up higher than the crown. She is like spraying these people down and dodging as like they send up energies. You can't figure out. Some of them are shots, actual shots. Some of them are fetish weapons. Like very large axes that like you could actually see like an axe like hit the base like right next to her. Thankfully, it hit like some of the internals, like the big door, like bay window open as she was doing it. She kicks down like in the middle of shooting. You see a silver ladder like come down. Not that it's silvered, but like
Right.
the
Stainless steel.
yeah, stainless steel ladder
Shiny.
that does like drop down. Yeah, bitch is your captain. I can't hold this forever. Like you better get up here. By the way, they're like out here. God was nice to her. God was nice.
Beelining for the ladder.
Yeah.
If you're a fan of Food Wars, she looks just like Meat if she was covered in leopard print. Go ahead.
Everybody needs to watch some Food Wars.
Food Wars is amazing.
It's so good.
It's so good.
It's not going to be on Netflix for much longer either. They have a date, won't be available after. Yeah. So get a couple episodes in.
Yep. Silver ladder's been dropped.
Plug, plug. Yeah, I'm going to climb up it.
Well,
Yeah,
it'd
we're-
be like a jump.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're all beelining for it.
Yeah.
All right. It'll be everyone. Don't miss this one. Dexterity and athletics. And I'm going to put Elise on your back. I think I don't. We will talk about diminishing dice pools, but she's not here, so this is just a way to work on that later.
Well, bless you.
You getting killed by that? We can move it away.
Yeah, I can move it out of your face.
Wasn't too bad.
3 9s.
There we go. That's enough. 3 is the minimum
I got
success.
2.
I burn a
Uh-oh.
wood PowerPoint.
Yeah. I'll
Yep.
burn a
There we
willpower.
go.
Uh-oh.
I got one.
Can't even burn. Elise can't.
Can I
Okay, what
make
do
a
you got?
jump again?
You know what?
Use a discipline if you can.
Yeah, use a yeah, sure. Burn another blood point.
Oh, it's even though it's free.
Oh no, if it's free, yeah, you can make the leap your action.
Yeah.
No problem. Yeah, if you have something specifically for jumping, this would apply.
So what do I roll on this one? Then? Don't.
Can you read the card again?
All right. Soaring leap. You can use your unholy strength to leap for higher and farther than any mortal. It says cost free, none. System. You can jump a number of meters equal to 3 times your potence level vertically and 5 times your potence horizontally. No run up is required. Duration is passive.
All right.
So it sounds like something he just does. He doesn't.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just do it.
Yeah, there's no roll.
What
But he's got to hit it. You can jump up fine, and if your target's over here,
Yeah.
I mean, like there's a
And what's
slight.
Yeah,
your-
but he can go vertical that much and
Yeah.
goes horizontal
What's
that
your
far.
blood potency?
Where would that be?
Probably on your second page.
Blood potency, probably 3. I think we're all 3 or 4.
Yeah,
3.
mine's
Three.
4.
So yeah, but you have 400 years on
Right.
on Kai.
All right, so I'm going to say that this will play out narratively in a bit, but like as you jump, you forget that you're not wearing your armor. So when you jump, Elise like goes like around your neck instead of being able to hold on to the handholds that you perfectly put together, and you're like, so you come through, you like just barely grab the last run. Like that's it. You have a moment of like 7'2" dangling body at the very end of it, and she starts climbing up, and she's gonna get ahead of you. But like that's as far as you can go at this moment. You're hanging on. So don't fall, because there's nothing to catch.
Yeah, uncanny grip.
Like, uncanny grab. Yeah, right. Yeah, it'll work. It would work as you guys are
It
being.
does cost though.
Uncanny
Yeah.
grip.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
that's a blood dice roll.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know.
As you're being peeled away from New York City, from the Statue of Liberty itself, you finally see the cityscape. You see large skyscrapers that are leaning against each other, smoldering at the break. You see blown out buildings. You see, as you're flying over, you get to Central Park and how much of it has been burnt down. With all of your exceptional hearing being vampires, you can hear screaming and curdling sounds of chaos ensuing. Large explosions as you drive by. You end up by the shore of the financial district. You hear on the top, probably you were the first one to jump, Jessa? All right. You started, like, what would you like to do? Just hanging on, you're climbing up, or like you're trying to get onto the chopper, you're going to stay on this?
No, with this level of destruction of the city, she would probably not be climbing. She would probably be taking a lot of it in. And in a very strange way, like filling her lungs with that smell of battle.
Yeah. Yeah. This is.
This way, as horrific as it is, it's almost where she's most comfortable.
I mean, specifically with your faith, like you would have very specific like feelings about all of this.
Right.
As you look on down, you hear a Catherine, and you see a giant, great friend of ours. In fact, it's perfect. You're out of camera. Go, like you're probably going to need this as you go over a truck. It it would have been an X. It isn't an X. He stopped drawing it at a Y, and your driver just arrived. Yeah, that's your boy. We'll take a little 5-minute here to get Tyler up. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. And we'll move on from here. Special guest star Tyler.
Do I have headphones or am I going raw dog?
I can hear him.
You're gonna have to
There we
raw
go.
dog. I don't even know where I put. That's a lie.
Yep.
Yes.
Oh no, he does because he needs to hear Margie.
I was like, is this the only one?
Yeah,
He's not raw dogging it.
Yeah, otherwise it's not a problem. But when you can't hear one of the
Yeah.
players,
I can hear her.
All right.
Margie, can you hear us?
I can hear you.
All right, cool. We're good.
All right. All of our little ducklings are back.
Are we live? We
Yeah.
hot?
Wow.
Awesome.
Sure.
Welcome back to Vampires and Vitae. We have a biggest table that we're going to have this entire season. One addition, a old school player coming back with an old school character. Tyler, tell me what you're playing at my table today.
Well, good fucking evening.
Jesus.
Always a little change.
Tonight, I will be playing Jeff. Now, Jeff, for the ones of you that might not have heard, was one of Dave's ghouls. He was one of the more literate of his friends, but he knew how to handle his drugs, and he certainly knew how to move weight. So he took upon the monumentous task of filling a semi-truck with a lot of illicit substances, selling it across the continental United States in the middle of an apocalypse, and staying high the whole time he did it.
Pretty much. I think there's almost an IV drip at this point.
Oh,
And like
absolutely.
the
He hasn't slept in about a week, but, because he's pretty ghouled out, he doesn't really need it. That and the meth.
Right. Yeah, that'll do it.
He's also the most recent insurgent to the apocalypse and reports directly to Miss Catherine, who is the only one picking up the phone because Dave's just a little busy.
Yeah.
just a little
At this
bit.
point, yeah. Also, Margie, just so you know where your character is, she is, she caused a little bit of havoc for Kai.
No.
Yeah, it was a little bit.
There was a choke.
Yeah.
Not in the fun way.
Well, I mean,
Maybe.
maybe.
From behind?
Yeah, from behind. Basically, the four of us are now hanging from the ladder, dangling off of a helicopter, taking in the destruction of New York City. So that's pretty much where we are. Okay.
As you guys
Okay.
careen through, what you see is a white semi with a unfinished X at the top. He got to the Y part, the little squigglies, and you can see little droplets of paint. Is like, fuck this. They'll figure out who the hell I am when they
How many
drop.
quarters were on a Nix?
Yeah, right.
He's more of an illiterate.
Yeah, right. It's Jeff. Jeff.
Yep.
All right, Jeff. All right. You see from your.
Oh, yeah.
You see from your rear view mirrors, both on both sides, obviously. They don't have one center when it comes to a semi, but you do have that backup camera that is being very useful right now, trying to slow down your thing. In front of you are quite a few zombies. You've been dealing with these all across the United Plains. You do know that these are your people that fail, that almost fail. We're going to do right this moment. Elise, you've been able to climb up some of the ladder from the back of Kai. So you're in the mid-step as the chopper goes to the back of the semi-truck. You see that she doesn't have her exact height correct. Kai, you see this more than anybody else because you're going to end up slamming into the back of it. As you do, why don't you give me a dexterity and athletics roll as it's just the tail end of it. Your 7-foot frame runs into the back of a semi-truck.
roll for oof.
Yeah. Roll for dear God, what have I done?
5.
That's enough.
Nice.
As both 7-foot arms go around, it is enough to catch both of them. You take it into the face. The makeshift mesh you have does go to the side, but honestly, you're just holding on for dear life, like arms spread as a thing. You feel the impact, Jeff, as a very large pendulum starts to swing. The ladder starts to, as the chopper itself goes past the truck itself, speeding up. Elise, you're the first one to step. Yours is easy. There's no drop. In fact, as always, it's as if it was just perfectly made. You just stroll onto it. You look up, though. You see the rest of your two individuals that are like, okay, this is going to happen. You're second, and you're going to have the hardest roll.
Sure am. Yeah.
So, all right. That's dexterity and athletics as the
For both of us?
Yep, because the actual ladder itself is starting to go past where you're going.
I'm just hearing thuds on the
Yeah.
Yeah, you do hear only Tissa. Like, I'm gonna drop this bitch, as she has a bag that you need to grab. Very important bag.
Deuces.
Oh, well, okay. I rolled
As
a
you're-
4. Can I grab the bag and drop at the same time?
You got 4 successes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's enough to
Okay.
do both.
All right.
She goes, "I'll talk to you later, bitches," as she drops the bag,
why is it
like
always
coming
bitches
straight
with that
down. She just clinks the ladder, realizing that you now have an anchor to this thing because he's not letting go and it's still stuck upon him.
Okay.
So so she's dropping the anchor. What were your successes?
2, so I am not going to be.
Oh no, you're not. As you come down, you hear a 6'2", right? 6'8". You're trying to keep this like in the middle of the road, Jeff. As you keep on going, yeah, right, right, road, yeah. As you continue to turn,
pops his head out the side of the semi, and he's like, "You be careful with that. That's a goddamn rental."
yeah. Unfortunately, you hear claws dip into your poor brand new thing. There's going to be water damage, man. You got to get this fixed after you
Okay, no,
stop.
seriously, that first part was a joke, but stop fucking up my truck.
Yeah, right. As Bogey hangs out to the side, your legs being
Like a
thrown
cat,
out to the other
Stuck to a
end.
screen door.
You almost look down, Elise, and be like, "It was so easy for me." All right, harder roll. Well, you got 4 all day. Oh, this isn't going to be pretty. You bounce, like holding it like a baby. You know what I mean? Like you just got past a pack from the person that you know is saving you. You hit as that swing was heading off. You end up rolling down to the hood of the car, catching one hand holding this pack. Jeff, you see a person you've never seen before. She is bald-headed. She has a unibrow and looks very, very angry about being in
And
skivvies.
always has a stogie in her mouth.
Yeah. Yeah. As smoke does come out. As your hands, like, there's a moment like you went to grip something else, it's just a windshield wiper, and it comes off in your hand, and you readjust yourself. What would you guys like to do?
Yeah, Jeff is, barreling down this highway. There's a cow catcher on the front of the semi.
You've added a cow catcher?
Absolutely.
Of course.
It's all,
Of course you have.
rack shamble, but it's in the general shape of a cow catcher.
Sure.
It's like sheet metal and like a railroad spike. It's very Mad Maxy style.
I love it. Militissa, you look down as a zombie literally just gets pushed off the area as he just continues
I'm
to
sorry,
drive.
was that a zombie?
Yeah, there's a lot of those around here. You must be the A team Catherine was talking about.
A team?
A team?
A team.
You are A team that she was talking about,
Well,
yes.
we are A team,
Yes,
yes.
you're A team, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Fair enough. In the back of the truck, like you are.
Jeff is
I mean, just like you can try to like, like shimmy yourself up. You could go around. You do hear Bogey like, "Ah!" like hanging on one of the other sides. You want to go and try to help Bogey? Do you want to try to like go up that way, or do you want to just try to like spider walk yourself up this?
I think I'm just gonna spider walk up.
Okay.
Yeah, unfortunately, I can't stop this truck right now because of all of the dudes over there.
The
You just-
zombies,
I'm sure
right.
Yeah,
I mean,
there's-
we
see
both
them
have uncanny grip.
just coming.
yeah,
at you.
yeah. Well, yeah. But I mean, at that point, I think we're on it. So we just have to get up.
Yeah.
I did, however, paint an X so you would know where to land.
It's only a
That's
Y,
not
though.
a fucking X.
All right.
At least like
Well, I guess that explains
you're
why
not
none of you
hearing
hit the
this,
fucking
but
X then.
Yes, it does.
at least as you're walking through, like, I think that you're on your tippy toes as if you had high heels, even though you don't have them currently. Like, as you're just wonderfully just like this, everything is fine. Like, you see this Y and you see the scattering of paint that should have been the rest of the X, and you definitely have a very quick understanding of probably this person that drives this truck. No one else is on the top with you.
Everyone else is stuck to the side of the.
Right.
Pendulum.
I'll go to the closest side where I know someone is and see if there's anything I can do to help them up.
Bogey is like one clawed in, like trying not to be hit by a signpost that is coming up very quickly. He looks over to you. You see a signpost coming, Bogey. Like, it doesn't feel like he's going to miss it.
I'm going to try to get a grip and pull myself up.
All right. Why don't we do a help action there? That'd be your strength and athletics. And For you, Elise, why don't... Are you trying to encourage him? Like, is it bright,
Well, we
smiling,
try to actually physically,
physically help him out?
Yeah, I was
All
gonna
right.
say, like,
We'll bring him
are
down
we-
to 5s.
You just flashing your boobs and hoping that'll inspire.
You know what?
What's going on here?
Inspiration comes from less mounds than those. So
So I got 3.
3 5s.
Yeah.
That was. I'm so glad we brought it down to 5s.
Yeah.
That
So much.
actually, Elise, you really do. You have an impact on that because he only got 3s with 5s. The hand
Only
come.
would have had 1.
Yeah, right. And you would have been hit by a large signpost, and that truck would have had to stop because I wouldn't want to stop in this
Truck
area.
don't stop for no one.
Yeah, right. Well, then you'd been walking around the city not knowing where your friends are.
Whistle, it's just a steam whistle off the
Right.
side.
Yeah.
That handshake does happen. Classic grip. Gets pulled up right when you're going through it was slightly tilted through. Obviously, it got hit by some kind of mortar or something during this time period. Actually, not even mortars at this point, just general unrest as the truck itself careens, and you can feel the scrape right where you have been. You would have been obvious, even with your prodigious strength. At the very least, you just would have carved more holes through poor Jeff's truck.
Just managed to get up there and sort of roll onto the top just
Yeah.
in time.
Yeah, right.
Thanks.
The breath is good. Yeah, the breath is looking down. You do have Bogey on his back in front of you, smiling. You look. In fact, something you've missed. You've got an eyeliner.
Yes.
It's bug
of
goo.
course.
No,
Perfect cat eyes.
you did it from one of the wasp's arms that was leaking black ichor, and you just put on. So as everyone else is getting their some of their stuff, you've put on your war paint.
Nice.
I can't imagine where you're going to get the red for your
Yes. You
lips.
managed to do cat eye without a mirror or proper utensils for putting on makeup.
All right, Jeff, why don't you
Yeah.
give me
Yeah.
a dex?
Yeah.
As you're coming up, you can see that the city has been destroyed. A lot of your driving has been cross country.
I feel like Jeff is. You know when like you're trying to race a storm to get
Yes,
home?
yeah, I
A
love
lot
that.
of what Jeff has been doing is he's always on the tail end. You know, just getting to a city as it's like burning or
Right.
like he's just right in the middle, like right in the sweet spot every single time.
Right.
Yep.
But it's been good for business.
Yeah. Oh my God. At this point, if there was common stuff, you've been paid in gold. You've been paid in sheep. That's like actually sitting next to you in the passenger. It's a small lamb that is not furry yet, still very. You look over to him. You look over you're like, all right, you know where the safe house is. But the destruction in New York City, there's so much internal pieces of like what makes a road in New York City. Scaffolding has fallen down. Buildings have started to crumble within this. So I need to drive and dexterity to see how well that you're handling this semi.
Can do. Yeah, I'll take a tray. Why not?
A little tray.
And this is when Kai, your eyes finally get up the top.
Yeah.
You see like just like the weird like hand gestures
Seven
of
successes, by the way.
7
God,
success.
Oh my God.
Off of six dice.
As you
Tyler's
co-
dice.
yeah, right.
Yeah.
As you come
You literally,
down,
you literally see Jeff like he sees all of the debris and everything, and he's like, "You're gonna need to hold the fuck on." And he starts like pulling gears, like it's way too many levers for a semi, which you have a lot already.
Sure.
But, like there's just a cacophony of handmade things that he's done little upgrades on in his meth binges, and the semi gets a little bit lower, and he's kind of. And
Sure.
it barrels straight through.
as you hit the appropriate switches and turn the acceptable knobs, you're faced with an impossible road ahead of you. The last switch you hit is a little IV that you have is just a nice little blue meth bag. As you turn that one on to give you the little bit of
see him
juice,
flicker.
yeah, right. As you need your
Got one
eyes,
for blood because he's a ghoul
Yeah.
on one side, and one on the other side is like methadone.
yeah, right, yeah.
Just flicking him.
As
driving with his knees.
as you're going, the impossible does happen. 7 fuck off successes. Yes, the impossible does happen.
There's
As like
always a route.
yeah, right. As all of you feel, especially you, your legs
so-
go like no. As you swing out, like you feel like you're about to jackknife. As you're going through a turn, he's actually going to go up a ramp and go into the opposite, where the traffic would have been going the other way. As he's going to go underneath a tunnel.
So as soon as possible, I would not stand up, but sort of crawl down to the end to try to help Kai up.
All right. Well, in this particular maneuver, all of you are just hanging on for dear fucking life. You're good. In fact, I think that that's the moment that Elise would be like a straddle hold, like for poor on his back as you go through this maneuver. You can feel it go up a trench. The wheels gripping in shouldn't be that good on a semi. Able to get through the next part, and you can feel it finally peter out. And there is a wonderful silence in a tunnel.
So what's your deal? Stand
Yeah. I mean, like
Right.
Tissa's still looking at you, holding on for dear life. You
like full vampires or undeads or seedites or
full on.
can seedites.
Definitely not seedite. But instead of just having a conversation through the windshield, at this point, I would try to.
There's a
get to
lamb
the
in the
door.
chair.
Well, let's move the lamp.
Meh.
There's a bed in the
I'll
back.
put him in the cab. You know.
Yeah. I'm gonna climb around and
Bah.
open the
Lewis,
door.
Lewis, listen to me. Listen to me.
Bah.
Get the fuck back there. I just toss him.
Bah.
Back at Elise.
Yeah,
This
right.
is the new
Right.
position for us.
All right. You sit down. There's old Monster cans and Red Bull cans scatter the cab. You can see he definitely has raided some fish fillets on his journey. Just wrappers
They keep
everywhere.
so well.
Yeah, they do.
So weird.
In fact, they'll never go bad. It's an odd internet thing.
If you're wondering what Jeff looks like, he has a NASCAR hat that is very weathered. It looks like it's been through the apocalypse, but it's looked like that for 10 years. He's missing a lot of his teeth, and they're yellowed, except he has 2 new vampire teeth that are very pearly white. They really are kind of unsettling to look at because the rest look like they could just kind of like slip out of his mouth.
Right.
Oh,
Does
that's,
his
that's
head
what
have
he's
the
growing.
flashlight or
Yeah.
the bottle opener?
The what?
The
bottle
flashlight
op-
or the bottle opener on the brim?
Bottle opener.
Awesome.
There
Gotta
you
be
go.
bottle opener.
Nice.
It's NASCAR hat. It's got to have one or the other.
He's got
Yeah.
the very country bumpkin look. He's got the plaid shirt that's kind of ripped, kind of like a cowboy-ish demeanor, but just so addicted to drugs.
Jorts on.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He's got, oh, yeah. George.
Acid wash shorts.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, absolutely. And cut off like they
Front
weren't.
pockets, like, down the bottom of the where they're cut off, right? Your pockets are
Oh.
sticking down.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He's got a chain.
There's definitely a dip circle in his back pocket. You know,
The
like
other one is
it's
a chain wallet. that
for
goes-
sure.
it's,
So classic.
It's
oh
classic.
chain wallet.
Oh, yeah.
Wow, we went all the way there.
yeah.
All right,
With the
inspiration
IV,
point
it's
for
kinda
it.
like
Yeah, right.
what
Yeah.
We had before. He's got the red and the blue, but
Yeah.
the blue's a lot different than what we had.
Yeah, he has a. Well, we're using old blood drug magic, which
He's
is
also in like
campaign
his like
one.
mid-30s, so like he's past the point where like drugs don't affect him, so you kind of see the haggardness of a lifetime
Yeah.
of drugs, but before
Dark circles.
before the deep fall, you
Right.
know, and that's where the ghoulishness is kicked in and saved him. So
Right.
you know,
Fair enough. As
that's how we're dealing. That's Jeff.
yeah, right. You can feel a slight shudder as he does, like barely touch the edge of another car as he's going through both lanes of this tunnel. I mean, you hear the kunk. You know, he has the cow tipper essentially on the front of the thing. So like we are moving things up, but this ride is going. I need Bogey and I need you're good right now because it's just your eyes, but I need Bogey and Elise to make me a dexterity and athletics roll. To see if you're hit by the overhanging sign that because you drop down the semi itself to fit into this tunnel, so you got people on top of it.
Dex and athletics.
Just in athletics. If you fail, you're gonna have to go to the side and hang out.
Again.
Yep.
2.
Two's enough. That's what we're looking for.
Sweet.
3 and 4.
4 is definitely enough. In fact, 4 is enough that like you put your hand on Elise, not to get her down, just like you guys both fall back. But with 4, you take a chance back, right as Kai is going to go do a push-up to get himself up and sees that sign.
Oh no.
Dex and athletics, man. Just got to get you on top of this ride.
Picking on Kai.
It's okay.
He missed his. He's,
Oh no.
Well, he's got to be like he's like 8 foot tall, so you know.
All right.
How many?
What is it, 6 is where we're at?
6s.
6s.
Yeah, 1.
He doesn't
Wait,
even
would
get
it
you
help
there.
if he had 5s? Did I help him?
No, you flash boobs for somebody else. Like
I appreciate
Damn
it.
it.
Oh, dude.
Sorry.
So as you come up, like you look, you're gonna get a point of aggravated damage as like the top of the the thing just crisps the tip of your forehead as you get the biggest dong. Jeff specifically, you can feel like almost your like. Thank God he was holding on to like that bar at the very back when it comes to the box. Like you can feel like the whole semi get pushed.
I'm gonna stick my head out the window.
Yeah.
Kai, was that you?
Yeah.
That's like there's a big red mark, man.
It's
Not just a
Switzerland
red
all
mark.
over
I
again.
mean, like your arms got stressed on that. Like I mean, like your prodigious strength held on to this semi is not going to be the same after this
I'm
because
still want to work my way back.
yeah. Oh yeah. As you come back, if you could see a person with stars and ducks going around their head, like he's just holding on by like because he has like grip, uncanny grip, right?
Yeah.
So like those hands are like welded into the actual frame itself, and he's not all the way there because he just got clocked by a 65-mile-an-hour screen post. That, by the way, falls in the back. Like you just if that was a pillar, you'd be dead. You'd be decapitated. But like you do hear the swinging sign fall on the ground.
Oof.
Yeah, you look. There's your friend. He's just
I'm still laying flat,
right.
crawling my way back to help him up.
Another sign. I mean, like,
Crawling
yeah.
my way downtown.
Right.
Driving fast.
Is that what's playing on the radio?
Oh no, it's definitely like and be
singing
a
it.
simple.
Catamaran. All right, yeah. Yeah, there's Kai. Kai's hold on, but like just by
Yeah, I'm definitely reaching out, trying to grab his hands to help pull him up.
the eyes start to
Hold
clear.
on,
Kai.
ladies and gentlemen, we are almost there. I don't have a GPS, but I can feel this kind of stuff in my nuts.
As he says over the loudspeaker of the car.
Yeah.
Yes. You.
Come on, Kai, you got to get up and stay low.
I'm coming, man. I'm trying.
The hand does come up.
Yep.
One last sign does pass you. You can see the end of the tunnel.
See that?
He sees the
Nuts.
light at the end of the tunnel already.
I see lots of lights.
You do see Kai come up. Normally, his body armor, his mask itself, would hide any like facial injuries. Boy got whacked. Like
Your hospital mask
is
off
no,
to the
it was
side
off to
now.
the side, but it's like I think that you can like readjust that. Like Kai, out of everybody, you're missing your equipment probably the most. Everyone has a moment before we get out of the tunnel. We're all good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. As in the very center of your scrotum, Jeff, the GPS,
specific.
the GPS perfectly gets you into an abandoned warehouse. It's in the docks area by Vitae. You can see that there are places to load ships and everything. This is just a large warehouse for things coming in and things coming out.
Jeff just pulls up nice and
Yep.
starts to slow down. You hear the different gears shifting and everything.
Yep.
The air brakes.
Yeah, they're like,
Yeah.
and he kicks the door open and gets out.
Yeah.
Well, God damn, this looks like a pile of hog shit. Just staring at his new truck.
Jesus. Who are you?
Jeff, I thought we introduced ourselves.
I
You on
mean,
the cab of my
I'm
truck.
just trying to put together.
I'm out there. You don't have an NPC.
I know. I'm just trying to figure out exactly where we were, how long we were there, what that giant bug was, what the weird doctor was doing to those rats,
Oh yeah, absolutely.
and do you have any weapons?
Well, first of all, as an empath, let me say I feel for you.
Go ahead.
Second of all, you came to the right place. Third of all, let me introduce myself to all of you fine ladies and gentlemen. My name is Jeff. I
Three
am
of us are still up on top of your trailer.
Yes,
Right.
you sir. You sir. Ma'am. I'm an aficionado of the apocalypse, it appears. I've been having a recent comeuppance after about 22 years of downward spiraling, so that's a plus. I am addicted to methamphetamines. but my AA meeting will not get back to me, mostly because I think they are dead. Therefore, I have relapsed back into the methamphetamines, but I was recently ghoulified by this dude named Day, who told me to take a bunch of drugs across the United States. I sold those, flipped them, did my thing, and now I have a truck full of weapons.
As
And
he
we are
sa-
currently at what I believe used to be a fish market.
as he finishes that statement, he like knocks off the lead that like he got out of the car too fast. It is a rolling, very large semi-classic white. You guys can walk around. You do know, Jeff, specifically that you've been told by Catherine that this is going to be a safe house. So if you guys want to walk, if you want to take the truck in there, that may be a little
Oh,
bit.
I'm sorry. I assumed we pulled directly into the warehouse.
That's what we did that.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Okay.
Yeah. I thought that you parked up. top.
Guy, we're going to have to get you a hat because you kind of got a dent in your forehead.
Yeah, what
Yeah.
kind of weapons are you
Dong.
working with on this apocalypse? Are you aware of what's going on outside?
No, we just woke up in plastic coffins.
I know exactly what you mean.
guess.
Yeah.
So no, we don't really know a whole lot about what's
I
going
once
on.
saran wrapped myself to a swimming pool noodle for about 3 weeks.
Cannon.
Okay. That's
He
that's
wanted
all.
to see what it was like to be a turtle.
That's all very,
I
very,
found out.
Yep.
very interesting. But
Okay, so basically the world has ended.
Okay.
There are these guys called the Seedites, right?
Seedites, okay.
And they got this this snake god seat, and he's coming around, and
Yes.
Go on.
We can see that in the sky, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, I think he's an approximation of a series of projections of a higher being. If I were to be a thinking man, for the lesser inclined, is big fucking snakes everywhere.
Okay.
There's what I can only describe as what are basically zombies that are these feral, animalistic creatures, not quite alive, not quite dead, but not quite you either.
As you
See what
say
I'm
that,
saying?
Okay.
you're walking through your cow tipper, and like you just stomp on one of those zombies' heads that were like the body was gone, but like they were still. And
Oh,
you
yeah,
just
I pull out my fire poker. Just,
yeah, right. Yeah.
It's actually terrifying.
they're,
Okay.
they're murder on the axles. But you guys seem to be doing all right. You seem like a powerful group of people. You are tall as shit, sir.
Yeah, I feel like I should be shorter though. I would like to be.
You almost were.
Yeah, Jeff's like 5'5".
Right.
Like looking
Like
up to
a
a
buck.
7'2" person.
I'm 6'8".
Yeah, right.
I'm like 5'5", a $120. Right.
Yeah.
Right. Although you've had a lot of experience with Nosferatu being in the sewers of
I think you're
Vegas.
taller
so-
than Elise, though.
Yes.
So what weapons are we working with? We got firearms. We got we
mean,
more melee weapons.
what do you-
What have you done?
What do you got?
Oh, what do I have? You ain't got
Yeah.
shit.
That we got nothing.
Oh my god.
They're literally in
I
their
got a
skivvies.
bone saw wrapped around my hand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You see like a surgical tray like been ripped in half, used as a saw. She has a curtain rod.
Okay.
I'm
All right.
pretty
well.
sure during all of that shit, I lost the other bone saw I was holding in my hand, but I would
Yeah,
still have
yeah,
this
yeah.
one because it's attached.
You're about to get cooler shit anyway.
Well,
so,
thank God
yes,
for the
you lost
ever-loving
it.
kiss of the eternal Cain. Am I right, guys? Okay, all right, but this way. And he just walks over.
Fair enough. I imagine you're going to the back of the
Yeah.
U-Haul. You do see
The Kai print.
Yeah, right. Yeah, you see a Kai print. Like first of all, boom, and second of all, like ripped. Like this is no longer. You're gonna have to get
Probably
a
going
new
to need
semi.
us to open it up.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I take off the master lock and then I just stare.
Yeah, right. As you take out the master lock, that was the linchpin of it, and just the back of the semi goes and falls, creating a ramp. But this semi is dead.
Son of a bitch. Okay, we got some work to do.
Yeah.
All right. Onwards and inwards to my store, and you see the inside of the semi. It looks kind of like a flea market.
Okay.
A mix between something you would see off of Forged in Fire and also a third-party gun store.
Okay.
So there's just bits and baubles of weaponry kind of scattered about haphazardly. He's like, so what are you in the market for, ladies and gentlemen? Because there is a world outside, but just barely.
Yeah. You get the little tink 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 of like those like long bulb lights as he lights it up, and you can see different feelings of it. I think he hits one more switch, and there's actually a gas light at the very end. Who knows what he's using that burner for in reality? But but it is. You're set up in a flea market.
Like an old Coleman
Yep.
lantern.
That, by the way, I'm not choosing these. He gets the choice
Even.
For what?
for whatever you're looking for.
Oh, okay.
You tell me what you're looking for, and I'm gonna root around like a rat.
We all need some kind of
bag of
clothing.
McDonald's.
Yeah,
Or
we all
what
need clothes. We
Clothes?
are not dressed.
Okay. Yeah, I
Armor,
noticed. I thought that
preferably.
was like
Preferably
a,
armor.
embrace the apocalypse, nudist colony.
No,
Children
this
of the
is-
corn.
Yeah,
but
no,
like, not
this
children
is
because that'd be weird if they're
this
children.
is
were
how
naked
we
kind of
woke
thing.
up after sleeping for who knows how long. So
Okay. All right. Okay. Well, let's see what I got. I go over to like a large steamer trunk.
Do we know what year it was when we
You,
last were awake?
not that you would know this, but you've been under for at least 40 years.
Okay.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
Got a lot.
Actually, bin Laden, so 20 years.
Most of what I have is from the military surplus store, so it's a lot of tactical pants and camo jackets. If that's gonna work for you guys, I only got extra large.
That works. I need lots of pockets.
Lots of pockets.
Do you have any of the? I don't know what they're called. I want to say gaiter. I don't know why I feel like gaiter is the correct term, but it's the neck things that people were wearing for a
Yeah.
while during COVID, and
Yeah.
you would just
I
pull it
got
up.
one in my
Yeah.
pocket
Yeah.
right now, actually.
I would like 2 of those.
That'd
If
be
you have 'em.
tactical. I could understand that. In fact, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, I got some spare cloths. I mean, you can make one. I got some stretchy fabric materials.
Fantastic.
I also have an umpire mask.
That would probably be handy for Kai.
Oh God. Yes. I'll take
Actually,
that.
But then
you,
maybe
you
put
see
some
this,
fabric
and
over
it's
that.
better.
Yeah.
I mean, it's so much better than this horrible surgical mask.
It's
At
like
least,
an umpire mask. It's like a full.
like,
Yeah.
Yeah, you got one of those surgical masks that you get like 100 of them for $5 right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
so,
Take what I can get.
so like, are you taking that?
Yeah.
Like, as you put it on, just the feeling of having, like, because it's built in the same way that the straps of your actual mask would be like Paul Taunt, and just having that feeling, even though that is way clearer than you normally would like it to be, because just the actual physical mask itself, compared to what you normally have, feels good on your face.
Yeah,
and
Kai,
you're-
we could probably put some fabric over that too.
yeah, you have a problem for a second to try to figure out how to get your fangs in, but it feels better just having the presence.
Yeah.
Maybe just throwing this mismatch. Like some of them are like winter camo prints. Some of them are like digital. Some of them are like the traditional, like like from like the '60s.
Yeah.
You're just throwing jackets and pants. That none of them. There's like no 2 pieces that really connect.
Oh God. I'm so sorry, Elise. We'll keep looking.
Do you have anything that's black?
Let me look. Let me see. You just pretty much in the steamer trunk. Basically disappears, and comes back with just some like black, like an Adidas tracksuit. He's like, "Now I was told these were gonna be big money one day."
You have no
take
idea. You
It
have
is
no idea how much that would be worth in season 2's values. An original
Right.
tracksuit from Boris. Yeah,
Yeah, it's black, so I take it.
it is.
I'm sure Elise can chop it up.
Just to
and
make
it work.
sure,
Yeah.
are we talking about a tactical suit from Boris?
No, this is like
Just
this is like a prototype.
Oh,
It's
okay.
an original Adidas.
So I take the pants and I cut the crotch out and I wear it as a top, so it's a little crop top, right? Because the waistband hits right below the breasts, right?
Yep.
All right, so you got this thing going on.
Right. And then
I've
I
done this
turn the
with
shirt,
tights for Rocky Horror. I understand.
right, and then I turn the shirt into a skirt and tie it around my waist.
It doesn't matter how many times I see you do that, Elise. That is always pretty impressive. She says while she's climbing into like
Right?
sleeping bag like clothes.
Okay,
Right, so it has the stripes down the top of the arms. They're like on the inside of the arm.
Yeah.
Armpit. Right.
Other than that, I got a knapsack, it's a military knapsack if anybody wants it, and
Maybe a hat for Bogey. Like, would you have like a tactical, like round brim guy?
oh yeah, it's definitely like a fly fishing hat.
There you go.
Jesus.
something like that. I could pull one side up, pull the brim down in the front,
It's very floppy.
Yeah, I don't have any NPCs, so you guys gotta
Yeah.
run.
and then the old school camo
This is my NPC.
Pants.
He's
With-
an extension of my brain right now.
Yeah.
with lots of pockets, and then a shirt with extra pockets and a tactical vest. If
Span
there's
is all
one.
pockets.
All
All
pockets.
I respect it.
Bogey needs lots of pockets, and if possible, a big ass coat. Like he usually used to wear like the long duster
Like think Dick
kind of
Tracy.
thing. Yeah,
I got just the thing, and I pulled back a just like a tarp.
Yep. That's
That'll
what's
work.
there.
Like a black
I
tarp.
I can make that work, and
Yep.
Yeah.
almost like a cape.
You got the bunny ties that come out over.
Yeah,
You're already
exactly.
6. It will drag
It's
behind you.
watertight.
Yeah, it will. In fact, this was made for a pop-up tent, but like, yeah, you can do the bunny ties, and it will drag behind you. Just letting you know.
Yeah, that's fine.
I just gotta say, you guys look great.
Yeah, this is the A team.
personally.
Yeah. I took-
Hockey,
I took
like
camouflage
Empire
pants.
mask. Like, yeah,
I'm just camouflage pants.
Yep.
Umpire helmet.
that
Okay,
works.
Now weapons.
Giant.
What are we
Yeah,
talking
but I'm leaving
about?
everything
Weapons.
else
Now
there where
that
it's
now that there's no titties and balls hanging out.
You got any armor, man?
A little bit. I got a, you know,
Good question.
I've got a lot of sheet metal. I could probably whip something up for you. Give me a night.
By the way, you have what you want to give them. You are the NPC. So whatever's in your store, you have.
I think he's got a lot of like pieces of sheet metal of different sizes that they're not super strong, so they could be like kind of bent.
Cool.
You know, so we just kind of like
14 gauge.
like 14 gauge. He's like, we could probably whip something up for you. Yeah, absolutely. Got enough twine here. Build you something.
Hoping for some automatic weapons, perhaps a couple of handguns, and
At least you bright up to that.
Yeah. Have you ever seen Tomb Raider? The thigh holsters. I need some of those.
Oh
Some
yeah, she's the
guns that
first.
go
She's
in
the
them,
first video
please.
game character I ever masturbated to.
By the way, even
Jesus Christ.
yes, and
Not
you
the
know
last,
what?
but definitely the
And you
first.
know what you look to? The boobs are the same size. I mean, and thankfully they're not triangles.
Oh yeah.
coming
More
up,
Madonna esque.
Yeah.
he pulls out a couple of holsters with like 32s in it. Now these aren't, got a lot of stopping power, but they're light and they're expendable, and there's, plenty of ways to find ammo for 32s because nobody goddamn uses 32s. There's always a box of 32s somewhere, like spiders,
We just start loading up the backpack with extra bullets and stuff.
Oh, if
Who's
there's
rocking?
spiders-
Hold
if
on.
there's
Who's
spiders, I'll
rocking the
take that.
backpack?
I believe it was Bogey.
Bogey, you're gonna do the backpack. Okay, I just need to know where your store is.
Yeah.
Cool.
I got a couple of shotguns. I got some more long range weaponry. I got melee weapons.
Militus is just going, yep, yep,
Yeah.
yep, yep.
I got a
So, are you strapping to yourself, or are we throwing it in the backpack? Backpack has a certain amount.
backpack
to,
will be mostly for ammo.
Okay, so I think
Right?
that's a good idea.
So
I have
far,
a 4 in strength, so
yeah.
You want melee. You want melee. He wants melee. Really, the only
Well,
one
I
that.
also want a couple of
Yeah, a little
like
bit of
fire
both.
and small,
Okay.
Yeah.
like pistols or something like that.
All right. Cool.
He's
Still
definitely
got
got,
firearms.
I
he's
beat up
definitely
my
got a lot of
firearms a little
Glocks and 32s is mostly what he
Yeah.
has.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people aren't trading the really good stuff right now.
Right.
So it's mostly 32s and a couple of like 9mm and like police issue Glocks.
Like Glocks, not 6-shooters.
Yeah.
Not stopping power.
He's got a couple of 6-shooter. If anybody wants a 6-shooter, I mean, they're reliable as shit.
stopping power.
I've also got a bolt
get jammed
action hunting rifle, no scope, but hits pretty hard. It's got 506 rounds in it.
Yes to all of those.
Well,
Just
there-
start
there's
taking
just
them and
there's
I'm just taking them and handing them to.
so as you hand the next one, you see the backpack is getting full. So let's be a little bit more specific.
Well,
So I have the 2 guns on my hips, and then I have a 9mm in the back of my belt, and I grab a couple knives.
Cool. Co-merchant, would you have like a belt of bullets for her to be able to
Like a bandolier.
like?
Yeah, probably has a bandolier.
All right, so she can reload at least once.
Yeah, accessorize. Yeah,
Accessories. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's it. That's it.
necklace.
Probably.
Yeah.
Bogey would try to do like
Well, it's like-
double shoulder holsters with Glock 9s.
Cool.
And then a hip with one of the 6-shooters.
Okay. I mean, it depends on your current shop owner.
I mean, that's the desire.
Yeah.
Also, a
All three of
machete
my
and a
guns have
tonfa.
extended clips. Yeah.
At
Like
least
they-
as DM, I will say that you get what you need because you are only range. You can't fight
Right.
up close and purse. So, yes, you don't have your equipment. There'll be a benefit there later, but you do get 3 guns and enough ammo to get you to your
I'd
next
say
spot.
as what he has right now, because some of it has to go to Tokyo.
Yeah, yeah.
He lays out like 332s, 5 Glocks, a hunting rifle, and a shotgun. He's like, "This is what I got."
Any melee on the walls?
Any
Oh,
stuff-
yeah,
If it's going to Tokyo, any
got-
swords or anything like that?
Oh yeah, I got melee weapons, but as far as firearms, this is what I got.
Cool. The expo has been closed after this when it comes to firearms. Ammo, we're good on ammo.
Yeah, so the 2 Glock 9s and 38.
Depends on him.
Yeah, like for a 6-shot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Any explosives?
I got 1 stick of dynamite.
I'm gonna take that stick of dynamite.
Like literally the red tube with that.
Yeah, unfortunately
All
there
right.
is no wick. You
Yeah.
gotta-
Oh.
you gotta
Oh,
make
it
a
is
wick.
Got to make a
on the
wick.
side of
Got to
it.
make a wick. I
It
like
is
that.
currently wickless.
Yeah, this is the whole point of this. They're not all the things you want.
Right.
You
Just
know.
licking the nitro
Yeah, right,
on the
yeah.
side of it as it sweats.
So you got a stick of explosive
Nice.
without a wick.
Okay, let's see. When it comes to melee weapons, I got this sick ass pitchfork. I got
He's sharpened the end of it, and there's barbs.
Yeah.
Nice.
I got this a couple of machetes here.
Yes.
Couple of
I would take a machete.
okay. I got 2 of those. If anybody wants a machete, and then it's like one of those fantasy swords, but like it's not the most well made.
Oh, jeez.
But the steel is good. It's more like the handle is like ornate. It's
It's like one that you would
Like
buy
those-
at the mall.
like those giant swords, like
Yeah.
way overly.
Like Cloud.
yeah,
No, it's
Talking Final Fantasy here.
no,
We're going
it's
to
not quite
Cloud.
that big. It's like a replica of like a TV show, but it's made well. But
It's
it's
like a
also-
big bastard sword.
yeah, like it kind of looks like Ned Stark's
Yeah,
ice.
yeah.
Oh,
you know.
okay.
Yeah,
But-
that's up Militis's alley.
Yeah.
And-
but it's like mid tier. Like it's not the best quality.
That's okay. She can spend time with it. So
Are we going to go
we're
to
gonna call that a
katanas for
long
you?
sword,
Trying.
yeah.
Well, not katanas, but
Something like that. Yeah.
machetes to start off with.
I mean, we can. If
But you had
I mean, like
Two machetes,
he
but I wanted
he,
one.
he currently has
what
your
imagine going
inventory.
to Tokyo, he has some
he-
swords.
Tell you what, give me a D20. We'll pull a Robbie right now.
Go for it, Robbie.
Oh God.
I'm gonna see.
the big
What's
one.
happening?
I'm gonna see on a scale of 1 to 20 how close to a katana I have in my shop.
It could just be like a
It's a dice thing.
Yeah, I mean, especially if you were stocking
toothpick.
from like a mall or something.
baby. You have control right now.
Oh no.
I'm getting Q-tips, aren't I?
Yeah, essentially.
No, it's a sword. It's like a German like the Zweihanders.
I don't even
There's
know
you
that.
alone.
What is? Oh, yeah, the ones that.
Sweigender's like 6 feet long.
Yeah, and they had to be
I'm
a certain
17.
height to even join that part of the army, right?
Yeah.
Basically,
Wow, where the hell am I pulling that lore from? But yes, I know what you're talking about.
Got a couple of them.
I got one Zweihander. Unfortunately, it needs to be sharpened because it was a practice Zweihander.
All right, so you have a blunt, outrageously long.
I'm sure Kai could take care of sharpening.
Yeah, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
definitely.
Like for your size, it'll suit you well, but it's gonna need a little bit of maintenance.
Gotcha.
The
And
steel's good on it. The steel's good. It's made to take a fucking hit.
oh, I love the visuals here. Can I please add a utility part of the shop?
Oh, absolutely.
Yep. You guys have seen the fallout of the city. You guys want any utility products?
Utility as in
Like
Would you like to climb
shoes?
things? Would you want to like? I mean,
Yeah.
like, yeah. Would you?
Yeah,
You
combat
guys need to.
boots.
Do, I mean, like, if you're going, if you take a SEAL Team 6, which you are, Hateful 4, there's
Yeah, you need
you
anything.
may want other things.
Yeah,
Sorry,
what's
Margie. What was
actual-
it that you were saying? Sorry, you got a little cut up there.
Duct tape.
Duct tape.
Fuck yeah.
Oh yeah, I got
Always
duct
want
tape.
duct tape,
Roll.
dude.
Rope. Yeah,
There's
this is
still
your
room in the
rope
backpack
moment.
for
This
that.
is your, like, what else do we want to, because you have nothing. So do we want rope? Do we
Yeah.
talk to your store owner?
Would also want.
So I
if you
put
have
I
one.
put a roll of duct tape on each wrist, like a bracelet.
Fantastic.
Of course
What,
you do.
What did you need?
What color?
Tonfa.
Tonfa? What is that?
It's like a
purple.
police nightstick, but it's got the handle that comes off the side.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, I got one that's made out of a chair leg.
There you go.
That works.
Got some duct tape. I've got rope, but it's hemp rope, so it's that really itchy shit.
Yeah.
Right.
It's lightweight and super strong.
It
Any
is,
chain?
but it's super itchy. Oh yeah, I got some chain. They're usually for my snow tires, but yeah, if you're gonna go,
Interesting. I'll take that.
Actually,
we already find boots. Were we able to find shoes?
Yeah.
yeah, like boots.
Yep. I'm going to hand the tire chain to Elise so you can put them around your waist like it's a belt.
a tire chain on a
Nice.
truck would have barbs.
the
Specifically.
outside?
Yeah, on the outside. So this would be a barbed chain. Like if you're trying to, if a
So hot.
Yeah, a semi actually has, it almost looks like a caltrop that it's locked in perspective, so it goes out in two different jets that allows something that heavy to climb those hills. So yeah, if you're saying specifically the chain came from a tire chain,
It's a snow tire chain.
snow tire chain, yeah, on this semi it would be barbed.
Barbed on the outside.
Yeah. It's a really
okay
cool
with that.
locking mechanism, actually. It's very cool engineering.
Let's see. What
Yeah,
else do
yeah. I really like. I
have?
really like the look of that. Yeah, for sure.
Keep on going. Do you have a hard
Oh.
stop? We got 5 minutes, guys.
Do we have a
Damn.
cell phone, a burner phone?
Yeah, but communications have been down in New York. I haven't,
Yeah, but we may end up in a place that still has some communication.
You
And
have a sat phone?
Radios, anything?
yeah,
Inmarsat.
Oh yeah.
You have a connection to at least
Sorry, man.
it's still your shop, but you do have a connection to Catherine.
I've got one of those radios that you whirl.
Oh my God!
It does
World War
100%
II,
work.
Korea.
World War II. That means that shit still works.
Yeah,
Yeah, it definitely works.
Yeah.
I'll take that.
Yeah, your
Yeah.
comms guy has to wear the backpack. And
Yeah.
then the next guy comes up and cranks it and uses it like a phone.
Well,
Fantastic.
Quarter size.
Yeah.
Yes, you
More
have.
like
Yeah,
handheld,
right.
yeah.
Yeah, you have that technology put into a slightly more modern version. It's still a bank, but it will maybe connect. You're talking to Catherine somehow.
I also have, in case anyone interested, because I can't seem to sell the damn thing. I've got this of my own invention, and you see, and it's like it looks like a grappling hook with like the motor of a vacuum cleaner and some batteries like duct taped to it. He's like, well, it should shoot about 120 feet straight up, but nobody seems to trust it.
So a 1968 Batarang.
67, but yeah.
67. I've been asleep for a while.
Yeah.
It's
on the
it's
table.
got one good charge in it if anybody wants it.
It weighs about 15 pounds with the battery.
Yeah, it's a bit heavy.
45 D cells.
Yeah. It is heavy.
Elise, looking at the fallen buildings, you're not the best climber. No one else has gotten
Yeah,
climbing
but I'm not very
equipment.
strong. I can't really carry an extra 15 pounds of stuff.
I thought we already grabbed rope.
Yeah, we
Oh,
got the hemp
yeah.
rope.
Yep,
Specifically,
rope.
yeah.
But we didn't get like a grappling hook or anything, did we?
No, just rope.
Yeah, anything like with that's weighted that we could use to
I mean, me and Kai can climb.
Yep.
to help.
We don't need something.
We've established that I can climb
Oh yeah, and we do
And I'm
have
tiny.
on a truck.
And I'm tiny, and you can carry me.
yes, and we actually
Actually, you weren't there for that.
Yeah,
we've established this.
we have it
Okay,
set
cool.
so there's actually footholds and handholds for you on the back of Kai's.
When he gets his
Armor.
armor, not currently.
Like
so you
stirrups.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
that's fantastic.
Yeah.
I love that so much.
Honey,
I thought that you would,
you
yeah.
need to go back and listen to this episode. I think I played you quite well, actually.
No, you were giving me kind of a southern accent there.
A little bit, yeah.
I don't play other people's characters. I just understand their intentions.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's about what I got.
I
If you're looking for a grappling hook, this is the only thing I got. It's got hooks with grapple such things.
All right.
I mean, being that I'm pretty large and I can just kind of sling it.
You
on
could
the
carry the
shoulder.
weight,
I'll just
yeah.
carry it. Yeah.
Sure. Okay.
I would suggest
Hopefully
this
use
piece
it.
of equipment.
We're losing lights, so we must be about
Must
time
be
to wrap
getting
it
there.
up. Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, honestly, this has been outrageously fun. Thank you so much, Tyler, for joining us. By the way, part of this campaign was brought to you by Tyler as well. I don't usually whiteboard. I'll talk to that on a TikTok coming up. But this entire 8-episode thing was whiteboarded. Tyler and Sarah and beautiful wife helped me make this as clean as humanly possible. It's awesome that we
I
got
know
a
more
chance.
than you guys, right?
Yeah,
It
right.
is
You
true.
do. It's awesome that we get a chance to have Tyler. Do you have a toe tip in to this campaign? Thank you so much for joining us. I know we got to go to work. I could go for another hour. That's how jazzed I am right this second. But, real life does happen. Thank you for joining us at Vampires and Vitae. And always remember, please take a big bite out of life.
Huzzah.
Yeah, boy.
Hey, Melinda, can you hang out for a second?
Yeah.